online and mobile. So I'm going to start with writing for online. When you're writing for online, it is basically text that you intend to display or to view using your computer, your laptop, and the best way to write for online is that your work has to be it has to be short, it has to be concise, like it's a paragraphs. They don't have to be extremely long. And then some of the platforms that one can use, you can use Google Docs. We have all used Google Docs because last semester we were using it for basic computing and it is pretty easy, and it's actually you use it at a free cost. Then you can also use Google Sheets. I haven't really used that, but it's also an example. So like those are the tools. So the best way to write for online, you just have to be straightforward. Let your work be short, and you can actually also use bulleted work. And then for mobile, then something else. The other tool for online writing, there is Evernote. It it allows you to apply photos. Also allows you to add audio onto it. I haven't really used it, but I really want to give it a try. Then there is something else called Draft. It is like Evernote, so I really want to try those ones out. Then writing for mobile. When you're writing for mobile, remember our phones have small screens. The text in most cases is like so small. So when you're writing, just be focused. Let your work show that you're focused, because most people when they're using their phones maybe to read something, if someone wants to ask about the latest maybe phone and you're writing about phones, they don't really want to know about the history. They just want you to tell them the latest phone is maybe iPhone 16, blah blah blah, but they don't really want to know the background of it. So you just have to be straight to the point. Then you have to create shorter paragraphs, because on a phone, even if something is maybe short, but if you use maybe like a larger text, it will look so big and people don't have the time to look so boring. At least maybe if you're using your laptop, the text can be a little bit long, because then if it's long, it will still show that it's small. But if you're using your phone, let it be as short as you can really manage to do it. Then you really need to avoid using very complex words. You need to use simple English so that even someone that maybe went as far as senior to can understand what you're talking about. So you just have to be straight to the point. And still, Google Docs also works for using phones, because most of us were using our phones last semester for basic computing, and it was really quite easy. So that is what I have to share.
Okay, thank you, Solfine. Favor, your hand is up.
Yes, sir. I want to present.
Mm. Okay, just hold on before you come in. Any comments for what Solfine has presented? Solfine, I think your research was good, though one comment on where you say it's mainly text when you're writing for online. So that's something I don't think is extremely so accurate, because with online, there's the opportunity to even add all other components, let's say like images, videos. Yes, text is an important component, but you can't say it's like maybe like the major. It's very important to have text in your articles for context and everything, but online, one good and unique thing about it, it allows integration of also other media like videos, audio, images to complement all the text there. So I hope, yeah.
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay, yes, Louis, I saw you raise your hand.
Yes, very good afternoon. to everyone. Actually, that I wanted to comment on Alpin's presentation, but what I wanted to comment on again, you have clarified it. So maybe after Vera, then I'll come in and present. Please, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you, Sulfine. Let's have Vera.
Okay, good afternoon, sir, and everyone. So according to my research, crafting content specifically designed to be consumed on digital platforms such as websites, blogs, app, and mobile devices. So it also emphasizes ease of readability, quick access to information, and user engagement, considering the behavior of online users who often skim content and use smaller screens. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, so the next one that I researched was on the key concept of writing for online and mobile. The first one which I got was clarity and conciseness. Like, okay, having short sentences and paragraphs is very for when you are writing for online or but a long paragraph might hide whereas a brief direct sentence grabs their attention. So like this, let me give us an example of a sentence. The company is dedicated to providing the best quality services to all of its customers, ensuring satisfaction. You see that sentence, it's very long. Instead of saying that, you can say we offer top casual satisfaction. And then another one, another concept, key concept I have is readability. So this one is whereby readers scan content quickly. So using headings, bullet points, and bold text helps them to find key information. For example, whereby when we have an article with the heading of benefits of online banking and bullet points summarizing the advantages in more reader friendly than dense text. Yeah, I hope that one was clear. And then, okay, those are the only two concepts that I got. And then I went to the advantages of writing for online and mobile. So one of the advantages I have is broader reach. You know, now we are writing for online and mobile. So online, it will reach so many people. Um, okay, the content the content you write, it will reach a global audience at and like digital content can be accessed from anywhere at any time. For example, when you have a blog post or an article shared on social media, it can go more viral, yeah, and it can reach so many people globally. People who stay within Africa, outside Africa. So yeah, so it's broader reach. Another advantage, we have real-time updates, whereby the content can be updated in real time to reflect new information, making it more dynamic. For example, news websites can update live events like election results on the go, keeping their readers informed minute by minute. Yeah, keeping the readers on how the elections are going on. They're just keeping the readers up to date on what is happening. Yeah, so yeah, that's another advantage. The last advantage I have is user engagement. So through online and mobile, we have okay, people can engage themselves through comments, social sharing, and also their feedback, and also they can like your post that you've posted online. Let's say, for example, a travel blog with comment sections and social media share buttons. encourages readers to engage and share their experience. Like let's say when you post your own content on TikTok, have where people will like your content. We have where people will comment and also will share to either WhatsApp or to X or anywhere they want to share their content to. And then the last one that I did mention was the disadvantages of writing for online and mobile. And that's okay. The first disadvantage I have is short attention span. This is okay. Online and mobile readers have limited attention spans, leading them to skim or abandon articles, which I said you have to be clear and concise, like brevity. Yeah, you don't have to write. If you write things that are too much, long paragraphs, what people will not even be will not pay attention to what even you've written because read the first sentence and then they'll just be tired of what you have. So a lengthy, complex article might not hold the interest of a mobile user, leading them to leave the page within seconds. Yeah. And then the last disadvantage that I have is competition for attention. So now it's not as if you're alone producing content online and mobile. There are other people also, they're also posting their own content as well. So there's a high competition. Everyone wants to be seen, everyone wants to be heard, everyone wants their content to go viral. So the user might get distracted by notifications or social media, reducing the likelihood of fully engaging with an article. Yeah, I hope that one is clear. The last point that I made. Yeah. So competition for attention is whereby the online space is highly competitive. Readers are bombarded with multiple sources of information, which makes it hard to stand out. So well, that's all about my research that I did on writing for online and mobile. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Vera. I believe those were well researched points and also well explained. Anyone with any
Thank
questions
you.
or additions to what Vera has presented? Okay, thank you, Vera. Next, who is coming next?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Louis.
Yes, thank you, sir. A very good afternoon again. It's Louis. First of all, I will first talk of the writing for online
Louis, a minute.
because,
Vera, please lower your hand if you're not having any other submission. Yes, you can
Okay, sir.
proceed.
Sorry.
oh yes, sir. Uh, I'm like starting with the writing for online, and here with I see that according to my research, uh, when writing for online, someone has to be very careful when choosing the keywords because we see that keywords when looking for something online, mobile users tend most likely to start with the search. In every mobile format, one has to select the words that best resonate with the employees. Uh, that's according to my research because like some words tend not to be resonating and most of people tend to be busy. So when dealing with research, someone has to be very, very careful. And also we need to see the side of uh, making the text of the mobile self-contained. In this, we see that smartphone users will be tend to scroll every now and then, maybe when they're having like reading through the text, they scroll down, but they don't want to jump back and forth between email and an internet internet site or separate documents. So shape relevant content into impact screen size or handles. So it's very, very important that your text must really comply with your screen, the screen of your device. Yeah. And then when we also go on and look at the other side of writing for the online, here we see that uh, we have to be careful in choosing the digits. Still, things seem to be uh, similar, but kind of different in one way or the other. So here we start with the digits. When talking about the digits are easier to read for someone when writing. Your digits must be easier to read and quicker for the brain to process, not writing something that will again take a lot of readers' time to understand or to interpret. And therefore, also in every style, we try to spell out numbers in running text, so one does not write something that would overstrain someone while reading. And also use of tables when writing for online. Yes, use of table is so important because we see that tables for related facts and information, not just for numerical data. Yeah, that is one of the things we have to use tables for related facts. If you have some facts that are there and you want to relate, of course you can use tables for such kind of information. And also we or any other writer can use table as a visual aid that helps the brain get a quicker overview, because when you put there a table as a writer, me the reader will quickly overview and relate and get the information of the piece. Therefore, that one I see it also very important. Then the checklist also, that is the other way around. The checklist, everyone been talking of the summary, like checklist is also the same. Summarize the main takeaways from a text. You have to pick the most important text, like what is so important in the text that you're writing or your broadcasting. What's so important, you have to put it near so that you don't hide it. So some other people tend to hide again the information down. So we have to use the other inverted pyramid stuff that we start with the most important information while going down. So when writing for the media, for online, I see that those are some of the things that we need to consider. That is according to my research, and that is my research for today. Thank you very much, and I wish you have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Louis, for good research. Any questions or comments you'd like to mention? In addition to what you said about tables, also things like lists, putting, if you're able to list something, especially if the information has that kind of format that can be put in. For example, if you're able to put some things like in a list, it also helps for your work to be easily scannable and readable. Yes, Louis?
Yes, sir. On addition to that, also I would like to add on a picture, use of images. Yeah, when writing for online, you have to use images that illustrate your information. Okay, it attracts someone's attention because if the image is there and it's clearly illustrated something, because we normally say that picture attracts words. So if the image is there and before someone to read the story, we would have got the content and slowly we scroll down to see what has been written about the images. So I think that is another point that we need also to consider when writing for online. Thank you.
Yes. I want to believe now all of us are aware, even just the most of us who are in the class. From the beginning, we have been seeing that when publishing content for the web, it's better when you have multimedia content. That's why we went through the whole process of seeing how each of these media elements, their different strengths and everything. So that is part of it, ensuring that you have a good mix of different media elements so that your content is interactive and well aligned. Okay, thank you, Louis. Next, yes, Louis.
Also, I wanted just to inform you that I'm attending with Madundu Damian, so maybe he will present time to come. Thank you.
Okay, I can see here in the chat something from Winnie. When writing for the web on mobile, it's important to keep content concise and scannable. Use short paragraphs, simple headlines, and break up text with bullet points. Ensure the layout is readable. Prioritize mobile SEO for fast loading times. Okay, this looks good how it has been written. I want to explain something like mobile SEO if you understood, so that I can gauge what you understood from that. This is Kawaha Music. What do you mean by mobile SEO? I see Mariam. I'll wait for you, Winnie. Mariam, according to my research, I looked at the characteristics of writing for online, brevity where content should be on point, so as to keep the reader's attentive and interested. Engagement is also another characteristic. Interactive elements, yes. Thank you. Alright, who wants to come next? Haven't yet heard from Otieno, Grace, Wanda, Fortunate. Yes, Otieno.
Yes, sir. First of all, welcome back from Independence. Um, yeah. So in my research, in the course of my research on writing for online, let's say like PC formatted websites versus like mobile formatted websites, I did research into like into the other aspects of media. Let's say you're writing a story and you want to add a video and maybe a few pictures or something like that. And so when I was reading, I did research into like aspect ratios of both images and videos. So you have to keep in mind when you're publishing a story that the aspect ratio of, let's say, a picture might be convenient for mobile but not for PC, or it might be convenient for PC and not for mobile. And likewise with videos. Another thing is the let's say the image resolution and the amount of data that kind of resolution will take when the image is being downloaded in website, will also affect load times on whatever you've written. And so you might find that you have put an image in a story you've written and it is not able to load appropriately on mobile or on PC. So that's something I came across that one should be always aware of when they are publishing content between PC formatted websites and mobile formatted websites. Thank you. I hope that helps.
Yeah, it works.
Thank you, Otieno. I wish you had further gone ahead to see, as you have suggested according to your research, what is the appropriate aspect ratios, the dimensions to use, so that in addition to you realizing that, you're also able to share what is recommended. Because that's again the other purpose of research. Go and find something, and then what is the best way to do it. Thank you. I see your hand up.
It's not Louis, it's Damian. Okay, good afternoon, Master.
Good afternoon. Hold on, we're still getting feedback. Any? other feedback. You know. Thank you. So I saw we're going to have Winfred, then we'll have you, Damian, and then Fortunate. So let's have Winfred.
That one, first, like I did the research on the mobile writing. So I have to start off by knowing what is like writing for online. Online writing is any writing prepared digitally and submit electronically for publication. Like any form of writing that you arrange, like you submit electronically. That's considered online. Like this kind of writing for online. And of writing for online, we have like writing in public. Writing in public, this is the art of broadcasting your ideas to the internet. Because people see your work and the opportunities. Like now, writing in public is like art of like broadcasting your ideas. Like every ideas that you have, like because we are different individuals with different personalities. You kind of have different ideas. That you ideas to the internet. That's how you can also write for online. There's another way of writing for online. It's like conversation. Sometimes you like you collect like using the notebooks that you guys have. You collect all those ideas, you write them down. You write all those ideas, present them. Like that's how you can have like online writing. Some of the examples of the online writing that we have here are blogs. Like you put your like put out your blogs, for example, Twitter posts. You have your articles on your website. Those ones are some of them. There's another one that's like product descriptions. Say you're like kind of describing, they give you a product, you talk about it, you describe how it is, that kind of thing. That's like the product description. For mobile writing, this kind of writing, like writing, like you have to focus on what matters most. When you're writing on mobile, don't just eh, don't just bring in different aspects. You go into aspects, like you focus on what is that thing that you want to that can capture easily people's attention. That's how you can. That's the thing you can do. Right. Um. There's another one. Investing in the subject line and headline. Now the point of investing in the subject line and headline, that's for you catching people's attention actually. That's the kind of thing. So sometimes people you might have you might write for mobile and your work is just there. People are not into it, like they're not attracted to your work, like they're not attentive like to it, that kind of thing. So you have to make sure when you're writing on mobile, you have to like write something that can like hook people's attention to what you put outside there. That's kind of all I have for the research about mobile and online writing.
Okay, thank you, Winfred. Again, straightforward points. Good research there. Any comments, feedback, or questions for Winfred? All right, thank you, Winfred. Let's have Damian.
Yeah, okay, thank you, sir. Good afternoon to everyone. Yeah, if I am to internalize this question, I think it's clear asking for guidance on effective writing techniques specifically designed for online and mobile platforms. It suggests examining various aspects or methods that contribute to successful writing in these formats. In essence, it seeks advice on how to create content that engages readers effectively in digital contexts, taking into account factors like readability, audience engagement, the writing for mobile. When you are writing for mobile, you should use clear and simple language. This is very important in the way that it helps to avoid jargon. You should avoid jargon and the complex vocabulary to ensure your message is accessed. Many people tend to use the vocabularies while writing their content online, and this can limit other people to access your information. Simple language makes content more accessible to a broader audience, including those with varying levels of literacy or language proficiency. Second to that, you should be concise. We have talked about this, but I'll just supplement on it. To get to the point quickly, use short paragraphs and sentences to maintain readability. These have been highlighted. Another one is use headings and the subheading. Break your content into hit, leisure, scan. Another one is to incorporate lists and bullet points. This helps highlight key information and improve discoverability. Another one is engage with a strong opening. This will like capture attention with a compelling headline and introductory paragraph. I'll go to anyway by following these guidelines, you can create effective and engaging online content. Uh, for the side of mobile, writing for mobile requires additional considerations due to screen size and the user behavior. For example, prioritize clarity. You should use simple language and clear ideas, as users may skim content quickly. Yeah, you should use shorter paragraphs. Keep it Keep those paragraphs brief, or like let me just say like 1 to 3 sentences for easier reading on small screen. Another one is engaging the headlines. This involves graphical text to compel headlines to draw users in immediately. Then another one is bullet points and lists. You should use these for quick compression and to highlight key points. Yeah, by focusing on these aspects, I think we can create also mobile friendly content. Then I've searched also about it, like the advantages. So my colleagues have highlighted it, but I also supplement on it. The advantages for online, so whether rich content can be accessed by a global audience, increasing visibility and engagement. When you are using wider range, this is like many yeah, it's like many people are going to get like yeah, the information is going to be accessed by the by many audience. So it is very important, and it is really it make the content it make the like to transform your it transforms your content because it is being disseminated by many people. So another one is instant feedback. Readers can comment or share and interact, providing immediate responses. to your content. This involves readers like articulating ideas or thoughts about you. Yeah, you can influence your message with images or videos. Yeah, there is also easy updates. Content can be easily edited and updated as needed. Then there is also advantages of mobile, writing on mobile. The first one is accessibility. Users can access content anytime and anywhere, and this can make it convenient. Yeah, two, it is the increased engagement, whereby mobile notifications can encourage quick interactions with your content. Another one is shorter attention spans. Writing for mobile encourages concise, focused content that content trailed to the user's location. And the last one is the social sharing. Mobile users are more likely to share content through social media apps. Therefore, overall, rating for online and mobile platform enhances engagement, accessibility, and the ability to connect with audiences effectively. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Damian. Good points that you've raised there. I would also like to emphasize you mentioned things about subheadings. I think we even looked at this last time. I showed you how to have different subheadings in your article so that it makes your work more scannable and readable. And I hope we're taking note of all these different things because for the next class, I'm going to require each of you to have published an article on your website. Okay, because we shall be doing an exercise based on the article that you have published. So on Thursday morning, each of you needs to ensure that you have published an article on your post on your website and are also following these different guidelines that you are sharing. Okay, these different things that we're saying, being concise, good reading, adding in images, videos. I want to see that because the next class, each of you, I'll be asking you to share your screen and I see the article that you published because it will be what we shall be using for the next, for that particular class where we shall be seeing how we can optimize our content better from the web. Okay. Yes, Fortunate.
Good afternoon, everyone. My research was centered on the key aspects for online and mobile writing and the challenges. But since most people have already covered the key aspects, I'm going to cover the challenges. The first challenge is that when you're writing for mobile and online platforms, you should keep in mind that people have a short attention span, and therefore it may be difficult for them to keep up with a lot of content. So it's better for you to have engaging content that will, with headings and all those things people have talked about, because at the end of the day, people are just going to scan through your information. So that's a challenge most writers face because it denies them the chance to give details of stories and particular aspects that would have been helpful because obviously they know that people are not, don't have time to read all these things because it's online and this platform. I mean, there's a lot that's published, so you're competing with many people, which limits the attention given to your content. And then another challenge is the screen size, especially for mobile devices, which have limited space and therefore require a certain format when you're publishing your content. Now, as we formed websites, so some of us use mobile devices. Obviously, when you're using a PC, you see that there's a difference with uh in procedure for publishing different things or for actually starting to easier to use a PC because there are things that you don't have to go through, but because you're using a phone, there are specific formats you have to use because of the screen size, which is sort of limiting and a problem. Then you have to take note of the user experience by considering if the content you're creating fits in the overall user experience. Now it's so hard to try and understand how different users are going to perceive your content, or if they have ever been exposed to such content. So it makes it hard for writers to create the appropriate information in most cases, because you're dealing with millions of people, you don't know who's going to read your content. So it's hard to actually get everyone on board in accordance to their experience. So you may actually put something up and there's a person who's not used to it, and then they won't be getting the message. So it's a big challenge, because it's hard for us writers to try and assess the people, okay, to assess the user experience in general. Then another challenge we face while writing online and mobile is the tone and style. Adopting a suitable tone and style for your content may be difficult, and maintaining it, because at the end of the day, different people are going to access this information in different environments. There are people who are at work, there are people in school, there are people who are in hospitals, and so on. So the way I'll perceive the message when I'm in school is different from the way someone is going to perceive it when they're in hospital or at work. So at the end of the day, I don't know which tone I'm going to use as a writer that's going to manage all these people, like to put them in one understanding. It may be quite difficult for us to capture that skill. Some people have it, but it's difficult to try and see which tone and style you're going to use for your online or mobile platform. That's another challenge. Another one is that you have to constantly update your information and or content. Now, updating is not bad. It's not supposed to be a challenge. But in the event when you have failed, let me say, to update because maybe of personal reasons or technical issues, there are other people who are producing content. Now you have to be up to date, because people don't want still like stale news. Now, if you fail to update, obviously you're going to lose. The people you will lose, because they know you're not up to date. That means you don't know what you're talking about. Because you may have published an article, let me say like today at 10, and then something else happens at 2 p.m. and you do not know you're doing some other stuff. By the time you come back, many people have already covered on that. So the constant updates are kind of tiring, although it's a good thing, but it's also a challenge you face. Then you may face technical issues. As a writer, you may not have a proper understanding of all the technological aspects while using this mobile and online platforms. So you may get something small that can be easily worked on, but to you it may be a big issue, and you may urgently need like to publish work. Let me say in that second. So you may not publish because for you you feel like it's a huge issue, and yet it's something small, because not because you're ignorant, but you just didn't know. Okay, it may be ignorance, who knows, but it may be that you don't know how to do it, and in that particular time there is no one to help you. So that could be a challenge if you face those technological limitations. Thank you very much. That's what I had for you.
Thank you, Fortunate, for that research. So, first of all, I hope we are all aware and it's obvious that when we publish content for the web today, it's not that you're going to separate, you're going to have content separate that you create for people for mobile, then others for computer, because different people are accessing from different gadgets. The whole purpose of this is just to understand that today, as you publish content online, that many people are accessing it on mobile, but also even computer. So how do you have a good balance for everyone? I don't want the assumption of some people to think that when you publish an article that this one is the one to share, and then for computer users and for mobile access is by everyone, and you don't determine the target. But thank you. Another thing I also want to point out, the disadvantages are important to know, but I don't want to dwell on them too much. Okay, we should be. I want us to look at what are some of the. It's important to be aware of them, but do not as a factor barring you from publishing content for online. Be aware of some of the challenges that will be there, but we know the overall big picture that it's good to publish content online because, as we've been seeing, significant advantages. Gives you inspiration. Yes, Fortunate, I saw you raise your hand.
I know you've already highlighted. I just wanted to say it was not limited to mobile only. All those were challenges for both. It was not for only mobile. I just used the first example just for purposes of explanation.
Okay. See Grace in the chat has said, speaking to what Camille said earlier, the ideal aspect ratio for images on mobile websites is 45 and 16:9 for desktop. This allows one to avoid the weird stretching effect, inappropriate aspect ratios, and also saves on load time for websites. Thank you. Any person who still has comment or feedback for Fortunate? All right, let's. I think I saw Gadi. You had your hand up. Did you want to come next?
Um, Actually, my phone is now on 1%, so
Sorry, Gadi, I'm not hearing you well.
my phone is actually on 1%. So I'm finding someone that has joined. So I speak from the other side. My battery is off.
Yeah, if you can find someone, that would be better so that you don't go in the middle of your presentation.
Okay.
Okay, so who do we have next? I still see some people who haven't yet shared. Angeline, Bella, Catherine, King, Gloria, Kalenge. Who wants to come next? Yes, King.
Good afternoon. Sorry about my voice. I have a little bit of flu. Unlike other people who did like the aspects, like the must-dos, and then the challenges of writing for online and mobile, me I did advantages of doing that. And then one of the advantages of writing sorry, one of the advantages of writing for online and mobile is that the technology. So the mobile devices often offer a variety of tools and apps that we can use to write more effectively, like Word, PowerPoint. Those ones help us to write and help us in spelling. Then the second one is job opportunities. There are many jobs, stable jobs available online. So you say one of the advantages of writing online and mobile, you can get a job easily, which can help you to get an income. And then there's also cost effectiveness. Writing online serves on income since you need a computer or phone to be an online writer or a blogger. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. The advantages of writing for online media, mobile.
Thank you. Any questions for Moga? All right. Next. Yes, Gloria.
Good afternoon, my colleagues. I'm going to talk about Just a minute. Yeah, I'm going to talk about aspects, key aspects to consider when writing for media and mobile. When you're writing for example, if it is media writing, let me start with media writing. As my colleagues have said, I'll just repeat what they have said. Yeah, but I also explain. So the first one is purpose. Um, First of all, what is the purpose of we all know what FB style is, or maybe Chicago. If you don't know Chicago style, you come and ask me, I'll explain to you. Or anyhow style that, yeah, any of those styles. What kind of style are you trying to bring in your content for SC? Yeah, and then is your headline attention grabbing? Is it accurate? That is why you see. Now let me give an example. You if you're to make this generation read newspapers, you have to at least see that the headline is captivating. What is your like? What is that? Is that what have you put as your headline? Yeah. And then lastly, on media writing, we'll talk about the visuals, the kind of images. Maybe you want to use cartoons, all that. The video, what videos are you going to post, publish, and all that. And then mobile, I'm going to be brief. While when writing for mobile, let me repeat, brevity. Your work has to be, let me not repeat, brief, like concise, something that is scannable. Like you can easily, like Vera said, instead of giving a very long, maybe your advertising, just get something scannable, something that can be understood easily. And then accessibility. Use clear font. Eh? Use clear font. Uh, Even the color contrast. Eh? Some people have like issues with their eyes, so you should know. Like for example, you're having giving a presentation, the kind of font color and all that. So and then the screen size. Adapt for small what screens, as someone earlier on said. I'm going to be brief, and then mobile first design. Prioritize mobile users. You know, you're writing the lecturer said. People have different gadgets, so you have to prioritize pri- prioritize mobile users. Uh, and then yeah, that is what I had. Thank you so much for listening. Any questions?
Thank you, Gloria. Any questions or feedback on that? Again, I see good research done. Okay, let's have Catherine.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you guys can hear me.
Yes.
Um, okay. I'm going to talk about the concepts we consider when writing for online and mobile. Number one, I will talk about conciseness and clarity. Conciseness and clarity. When writing for mobile and online, we need to be brief. This is basically this in the previous semester during our lectures of writing news articles. Readers skim content, so it's important to get to the point quickly. Like, do not write a lot of content that is unnecessary and then bring the major part down. No, better someone covers or writes what's basic and then you write the remaining things after that. So brevity is key. Use concise language and a clear structure. Then the use of subheadings and headings also matters when writing for online. Uh, Dividing text with headings and subheadings helps your readers see the content, especially on small mobile screens. It also enhances readability and search engine optimization. So it's really key to use headings and subheadings that are not just okay, not so brief, but also like attention catching. You're not going to write you're not going to use a title or subheading that's really boring. I mean, you're not going to write something that someone will look at and be like, okay, now what's this? Mhm. Write something that will push your reader to want to know more or read more of what you're creating. Then you as a publisher or writer for online or mobile, you ought to write scannable content. Many readers skim through articles, so using bullet points, numbered lists, and short paragraphs improves scannability. Breaking up text makes it more digestible on both desktop and mobile. Then I'll talk about search engine optimization. Writing for online platforms often involves optimizing content with relevant keywords and phrases that improve its visibility in search engines. Students can explore how keyword research is done and integrated into writing. Uh, I could give an example of when you're searching via, I'll give an example of our online library. Like, you know, when you're searching for something, specifically via a specific website, you will not write a lot of words when you're searching for something. You just pick out the few words, like keywords. For example, if you're looking, I'll give an example of maybe, yeah, I'll use these aspects to consider when writing for online and mobile. You just rather look for online and mobile publishing or writing. Those are the keywords. So you aim at that. You will not put a lot of text. Then tone and style also matters. And depending on the platform and audience, the tone for online writing can range from formal to conversational. Understanding the target audience is key in shaping the tone and style. It depends on your audience. It depends on the tone. Rather, the audience you're dealing with helps you determine the tone and style you ought to use. Then use of multimedia, like multimedia. various platforms of media. Online and mobile writing often incorporates multimedia elements such as images, videos, and infographics. This enhances engagement but require concise and informative captions or descriptions. This actually drives us back to storytelling and storyboarding. Storyboarding your plan for a story matters. So this also lies under the use of multimedia. Then responsive design and layout. Writing for multimedia requires an understanding of how content appears on different screen sizes. This includes using short sentences, paragraphs, ensuring important information is above the fold, visible and without scrolling. Then call to action. Online content often ends with a clear call to action, encouraging readers.
Catherine, I can't seem to hear you anymore. Okay, I think she's probably having difficulty in her network, but I think we were able to gain from what she has presented. Also, she mentioned another key factor or aspect of when publishing for the web, which is keywords. Okay, as we work on our articles this week, I want us to also just search, do some quick research about keywords, why they're important for publishing, how they're important, so that the next time I want to see keywords, how you place them in your article, and why they're important when writing for the web. So keywords, do some research on them. What are they about? Why are they good for online? What do they mean? So that because it's very important when you're publishing for the web. Okay, I think we can have Grace.
Good afternoon. I'm going to be talking about key aspects for writing for mobile and also writing for online. One of the key aspects of writing for mobile involves conciseness. That is to say, mobile content should be short and get to the point because sometimes the people reading this content are busy, so it's essential to communicate your message quickly. And then um, there has to be mobile friendly language, that is to say, avoiding very complex English and instead using clear, accessible language that's easy to understand for the reader and to interpret. And also there's prioritizing key information, for example, important details to come first, since mobile users may lose interest quickly. And so in order to grab their attention, you have to put the key points at the beginning of the class. Then the key aspects for writing for online are clear formatting using headings and subheadings, for example, breaking the content into clear sections to help the readers navigate it easily. And also this creates a structure and makes it easy to understand. And also I'm using links and hypertext. For example, when writing for the web, you can include hyperlinks to provide additional resources and guide like the reader and get the reader sorry, get the reader the related content in case they want to find out more about what the article you're written about is.
Let's talk about it because we have many tests. When you check credits, they are different. And we are carrying different things. You know, they come with credits. And nkaenda presenting kabisa. Just be one thing like that. Kana nkaenda na presenting kabisa hati na table cha commenting. Ila pale box. And it was that. Projective when I went for this lesson, this one, this one, this one. That means this one, this one, this one.
Put this back to improve your work. Catherine, the last aspects I was presenting were readability and accessibility, and finally engagement with interactivity. Okay, thank you. Who is coming next?
Right.
I think we have Gertrude hasn't yet shared. Resty. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I see Gertrude said, get to the point quickly, help readers navigate, and now come with the headline first, link to other information. Yes, Resty?
Good afternoon, everyone. I also researched about the key points based on, I mean, the aspects of writing for online and mobile platforms. And my first one was knowing your audience, um, which means understanding the characteristics, interests, preferences and needs of the people who will read your content, and this knowledge helps you tailor your writing style, the tone, and the topics to resonate with your target readers, making your content more relevant and effective. I also got another key aspect that was concise and clear, keeping sentences and paragraphs short, and also using simple language to ensure clarity and readability. Whereby some people, when they are writing, they use a lot, like they use difficult vocabulary. So when you're writing your content, you have to use the simple language. You don't have to use that hard vocabulary that someone has to first go to the dictionary and look out for the meaning of the word that you used. I also got another one was edit ruthlessly, by prioritizing quality over quantity, and also edit to remove the fluff and ensure every word adds value. So whenever you're writing, you have to ensure that every word that you write, it adds value to the content you've written. So you have to prioritize the quality over quantity, whereby even if you write like 10 paragraphs but that it's not quality, it doesn't add meaning. So you better write like one paragraph, or you better not even a paragraph. Your content might be short, but it's quality. So that's all I got. And I also concluded by saying, applying these principles, writers can create effective and engaging content for online and mobile platforms. Thank you.
Thank you, Resty. Again, I believe those points were also clear. Any questions or comments on the presentation? Again, I hope we're taking note of all these things we're contributing. I want to see them in the posts that you shall be sharing on Thursday. Okay, pick a topic of your choice, an area of your choice, and you publish a post about it. Okay, integrating some of these components. Remember, I also told you to go and search about keywords, where they're important when publishing for the web, and how applicable they are. Okay. Anyone on the call who hasn't yet presented? Just wonder. Wanda, go ahead and speak.
For me, I found out that when writing for multimedia, majorly the major things that you should put into consideration are the audience you're writing for. The content specifically should be for the specific audience. Let's say you're publishing for the young, it should be for the young. For the old, you should know what content will keep them engaged and entertained. But also, I found that you should, when you're writing, you should determine the purpose of what you're writing for, or the goal, or and tailor the content accordingly. I also found that you should use, how can I refer to it, like uh, concise paragraphs, as well as using feed, getting feedback on the data from from your audience, so that you can improve the reviews of your websites of or the social media platforms you write for. And in addition, you should also create something like, is it quizzes or okay, or leave questions that leave the audience in suspense or in question, to create a more impactful curious, or to pique the curiosity of the audience, to keep them engaged and keep them following your content that you publish.
Okay, thank you, Wanda. I see we have hands from, I saw Gertrude, you put your hand up first, then we can have Kemo.
Okay, yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, to add on my colleagues, what they have been saying, yeah, it's all up to writing for online content. You have to get to the point quickly. Just write something which are not concerned about article, or like you are not giving them the information they need. Yeah, because you are competing with so many people. And another thing, you have to come with the headline first. You can imagine, how can you publish an article without the headline? And then you have to make sure you create your links to your article, so that if someone is lacking on what you published, is able to find your content. Yeah, and other my colleagues were talking about the images. Yeah, you have to make sure there is images. Yeah, the video for more explanation on your. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Gertrude. I think you had put that in the chat, but also further to emphasize as we've done with the presentation. Yes, Kamal.
This is God.
Yes,
Uh,
God.
yes, let me deliver. First of all, I would like to talk about the online part. Like,
This is about content, services, and other activities that are accessible through via, let me say, tablet, laptop, computers, smart television. So yeah, like show gaming consoles, then mobile. Sorry, mobile is mainly about content services that are accessible through mobile devices like smartphones. Oh, the same. But here is the actual thing. First of all, while writing for for the mobile, there are a couple of things that you have to put into consideration, such as let me say size of a screen and layout. Like 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 if if your content like that is going to go out and be published on bigger screens and all that, so like the content must adapt to both smaller and bigger screens, such as video and all that. And also there's also uh, short attention span where content should be concise. Uh, you're not supposed to write something that is too broad that that bores a person. Because these days, like if a person is on mobile and if something is trying to bore them, they will tend to switch. Either they go to a different application to do their work or something. Then also there is also load time. Like the content that you make must not like take too many MBs or data to download, because sometimes it can like discourage the people from accessing the work. Then on the online part of it, uh, there I have like few considerations whereby there is multitasking. Uh, there's multitasking where users can have like many tabs open for different activities when they're writing. Like let me say you can write on one platform and another, but at the same time. Also, there is also keyboard and mouse interactions. Different like this involves different navigation. Get me? Where like you can either, because let me say there is this thing of using hands for online keyboards. If like your keyboard is all messed up, or you can even use the mouse to come up with your content. And the advantages and like the advantages and disadvantages of all this, let me say the disadvantage, I can say it doesn't favor all the audiences, because there are people that can't read, people that are blind, so not everyone is able to access the content. But and the advantage and the advantageous part of it all is that it's really accessible worldwide. It goes broad. Like a person in South African can get content, a person in Japan. So yeah, that's all I can say about the writing for online and mobile.
Okay, thank you, Gadi. Again, I want to believe those points were clear. Any questions or comments for what he has shared? I think everyone else who is on the chat has shared something. I would, the class reps, either Wanda or Maria, please inform. I think I've not heard from Okitoy and then Apio. Tell them they need to text me explaining why they were not part of this. Because I saw they were both on the call. I think I didn't see Apio, but I think I saw Okitoy on the call, and she seemed to have left early and has been missing quite a number of things where people have been told to do research and present. Then I think there's also Ashaba. I didn't see Ashaba present anything, and then she was on earlier. To prepare for Thursday, two things. Ensure you have published a post on your website. Okay. Not AI generated content. Has to be a good story. that you have thought through, you publish, and it has to be multimedia. Secondly, on keywords and why they're important for publishing on the web. On Thursday, each of us is going to share a screen. So if you've not had this experience, please learn from a neighbor or two, so that by that day we don't waste a lot of time on how to share a screen on Google Meet and all those other things. Ensure you have published the multimedia article on your website. Ask your friends. I'm sure quite a number of people here know the recordings have been shared. If you don't have the recording, you can ask Wanda. He can share with you the recording. We saw how to publish on both mobile and computer. If you come on Thursday and you do not have a published post, you are not going to get marks. This course unit is most likely going to be assessed without an examination, meaning some of the projects that I'll be giving, assignments are what are going to constitute your whole final mark. I hope I'm clear on that. Any questions as we end today's class? Maria, ensure everyone in class knows this, even Wanda, what I expect on Thursday. Do some research on keywords and also ensure that each of us has published the multimedia article on their website. If there are no more questions, I would like to wish you a good afternoon and see you on Thursday.
Macho. That much I put much.